Yo, 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 what is going on? This is Unbounded once again. I'm your host, as always. And got my boy Isaac. Once again, we are back at it, so let's hit it.
Dom
What's going on, dog?
Not much. I watched saw this movie Sisu recently in theaters. Saw it yesterday. Great movie. Bloody, but great movie. It was a really fun movie. Very fun.
Yeah, I don't
Um
do all that gore.
yeah, currently rewatching Star Wars. Three episode 3. I was just looking at the fun bits, and one of the things I found funny is that when they're on like Mustafar and Anakin and Obi-Wan are about to fight, I'm looking at how Obi-Wan was standing in the doorway of the ship and Anakin just looking at him with like hate, and Obi-Wan just standing he's just standing there like Superman, hips on, like hands on his hips and all that, just looking like it's like what it's like it popped me for some reason. It popped me. It made me laugh. It was like, dude, why are you standing? Like, why are you standing like that? I get you're supposed to show, you know, power, but like, there's other ways to do that.
Yeah.
It just looked really funny.
So I did something very drastic this week.
You cut your locks off. I like it. Proud of you. It's
The
nostalgia.
kids said I'm
How
bald.
much? The kids, your kids, the
I've been
kids
called
also
Michael
say the kids
Jordan,
also no. Here's
Coach
the thing. The kids
Clean.
also say your kids also say that NBA young boy is good at music.
I've been called Coach Clean this week. Called the entire 9 yards, dog. It
Yeah.
is insane.
Well, you look great. You look
The,
good, bro.
Hey, my barber got me right, dog. Got the fade
He
right.
did.
I'm gonna have to hit back over there in about a week and a half to keep this
Yeah.
fade nice and clean.
Shout out to your barber.
Yeah, shout out to my barber, dog. Yo, shout out to my loctician as well. I'll be back in June of next
Yeah.
year.
Your what?
My loctician.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's been a thing for me for a whole 3.5 years.
I no, I'm saying I don't know. I didn't know that that's the word for it. I thought it was just a hairdresser. Honestly,
Yeah,
I know
it's
it
my
was a
loctician.
loctician.
Shout out to her. She
Huh.
kept me
Well, then
good for a
again,
good
there are
almost 3 years.
mixologists. Then again, there's also mixologists.
She
So,
started doing mine. She started doing mine. I think the summer of 2020.
oh wow.
Like right as things started to slowly open back up, she started doing mine. And for the most part, she was
How
the
do you?
one that did my hair. There was some times where I used somebody else because she kind of left, and I thought I was gonna have to like legit find another person to do my locks, but she kind of came back. So she had been doing mine for the last 6 or some months before I just decided to cut them off. I gotta go ahead and drop that video too on my personal page, so that should be dropping sometime tonight, hopefully. I wanted to add some of the progress I had made from just starting the entire process all the way back in 2018. 20 was it 2018? 2019. 2019 all the way up to this point. I was bald in 2018. So for me to go from being like completely bald to have my hair like at my middle
Were-
back was
You
crazy.
were completely bald in 18. I remember that.
Yes, people that want to call me Michael Jordan and Coach Clean, I was legitimately bald.
That was weird. I remember seeing you. Like I didn't see you in person a lot, but I remember like seeing the pictures. I was like, "What is this?" It's very
Hey, I was
weird.
haven't told you about that whole story why I went bald.
No, you didn't.
So it started because I we had that it was a nor'easter. It was my first year at school, and we had a
Mm-hmm.
nor'easter. It was like the second week of school, and it wasn't the nor'easter wasn't bad, but it was bad enough to put us out of school. So my brothers and I went to the barbershop, and the dude before me had a bald head.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting here like, maybe having a bald head wouldn't be so bad, right? And so I hop in the chair. I was like, I want a bald head. And my barber is like, bruh, you got
Are you?
waves. Are you sure about this? I was like, yeah, let's go with the bald head. And so now when I go to the barbershop, they joke me because it was like, this dude has rocked every single hairstyle there is to rock.
I mean, are they wrong?
Yes, I've
Well,
never had
what have you?
cornrows.
Do you want cornrows?
I've never had the pop smoke braids.
Do you want again? Do you want those? Is that something you
That's
want?
that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is they're wrong because I still have yet to have either one of those hairstyles. Until then, I've only had 2/3 of the hairstyles that a man can have. I've had both styles of mohawks. I've had the waves. I've had the bald head. I've had the mini fro. I've had the fade fro. I've had the curly taper. Just not the pop smoke braids or straight backs. Or just random or just regular 2 strand twist. Never had that either. I've done coils even before I even started my lock process. I did coils for like a whole day. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to school like this. So I took him out and I sponged my hair. And I was like, dang, I look good in this picture. If only I was skinny. Have you had any other hairstyles than the regular hairstyles that you rock now?
No.
So
I
if you
remember when I was younger. When I was younger, I was told. I've seen a picture, but I'm not entirely sure because it was dark. I was told that when I was younger, I had braids. That's what I was told. Because when I was born, I had a lot of hair, and my aunt uh, put braids in my hair. However, because my aunt is not always available, and my mom is not, she's not very good in that department of the braiding and stuff. They decided to take me to the barbershop and get my hair cut. Like, took all the braids out and got it cut to what you see now. And I've been getting it cut that way ever since. Well, not well. At first, it was just like when it would get too low, you just put it everything low, just everything low.
my brother
And
used to
then I
have
went
beaver
to the military.
balls.
And then I went to the military, and like, except for the one time, the couple of times I just went zero and just buzzed it all. Well, even though it wasn't that high to begin with, I got medium fades. Except for the one time I got a high fade. Here's what. All right, so let me tell you this. I got a medium fade, right? I just got a medium fade like Friday. Like no, not Friday. Like Saturday, because we're supposed to get a haircut every week, which that is stupid. We should be getting every 2 weeks when you get paid, but that's not the point.
That's how you had to do it.
Um, yeah, no, but it was stupid. It was really dumb because everybody's hair grows back differently. Some people's hair doesn't grow in as quickly as others. You know what I mean? For
Fair.
me, like I could rock a like a medium fade. Like if I went in and got it, like it would be good for 2 weeks. It'd be in regs for like until next pay period. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I got it cut Saturday,
Young boy
right?
sucks.
Medium, got it good. Then during the week, it was like Monday. We had some ceremony like on like a Thursday, and they said, "Yeah, you need to go get you need to go get a high fade." And I'm like, "But I just got a medium fade. Why do I need to go get a high?" Mind you, it's freshly faded, like freshly faded. You know, so like, so
Oh no,
what's the?
I'd be at least. How much was your cuts at this point? Because I know now a fade is
We were
35.
saying, mind you, so the place is on base. It was like It was like $10, something like
Okay,
that.
bro, I paid
But still,
50.
I'm like, I'm trying to tell my like superior. I'm like, he like he wants everybody to get high, like because our gunnery sergeant want everybody to get high fades. First of all, that gunnery sergeant was an idiot. Like on a regular day before he was in charge of stuff. He shouldn't have been in charge of stuff anyway because he was retarded.
Hey, we
And
can't say
like he
that.
said, he want everybody to get high fades. Like, bro, we just got haircuts sat over the weekend. Why do we need to get new haircuts? But because they wanted everybody to look uniform. Again, it was fucking retarded. I'm so glad I
Hey, we
got
can't
out of
say
there.
that.
I'm just saying. It was stupid. It was very dumb. It was very dumb. I apologize. It was dumb. So, yeah, you got ended up getting a high fade on top of my medium fade, on top of my fresh medium fade. And yeah. But now I just get medium fades now with the beard.
I like my tapers.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and the line, plus the
he
line.
balls out the taper, but it's actually pretty solid.
Yeah. Always, and then I get these cut every time. I get my sideburns cut every time to separate it, so you can distinguish the fade from the beard.
Oh, you shouldn't have to worry about that. It kind of fades out and then comes back in at the
Well, I mean,
sideburn.
yours do, mine don't. I mean, you see
Well,
that?
who's cutting your hair? Because it should.
Mind you, that's what I want. I want them to cut it that way. I asked them like, can you just cut the
See, I've been
sideburns and
told
just
people
clean it
who
up?
have this fade into the beard are problematic. So it works for me since I'm the problematic one. So I've been
You have
told I'm
patches in your
problematic.
beard.
So I don't see how I am. I just say what comes to
Well,
my head. If you don't
depends
like it,
on
oh
your
well.
perspective of problematic. Like, out of the two of us,
Who would be the problematic one out of the two of us?
I mean, well, I'm not. I don't like to be a menace. So I guess. I mean, I don't like to troll.
Psh,
You know,
I don't
I
care.
don't like it. You know, I don't see the point.
I just say what comes to my mind. If you don't like it, then I'm
Oh,
sorry to
we
hear
got that
that.
cornerback we needed.
Who?
Eric Scott Jr. from Southern Miss.
Never heard of him. What round are we at 6?
Apparently, or fifth. I think we're in the fifth.
Okay.
No, we are in the sixth. You're
Okay.
right. We're in the sixth.
Hey, 6th round, you can find yourself some sleepers, man.
Yeah. But yep, that's where we got him. I mean, that's we got another need because we needed like I said, we need running back, wide receiver, tight end, inside linebacker, and
Did you ever pick up a
corner.
running back?
So huh?
Did you ever pick up a running back?
Well, it was going to be Bijan Robinson. So
That didn't happen.
no, it didn't.
He got picked up quite early, earlier than I thought he was gonna get picked.
Yep, we got now we have 3 of the 5 things we needed. We have a tight end, an inside linebacker, and a corner. And our tight end is pretty good. I'm actually thinking our tight end is going to be really good.
So
But we also got run stoppers like a defensive lineman, defensive end, defensive tackle, and an inside linebacker. So no more QB sneaks.
you think that until he actually hits it.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's
We
kind of
will
hard to
see.
stop it, especially when you look at people like Jalen Hurts and what's the dude Sunshine.
Yeah, well, Trevor Lawrence is long, so I mean,
That too. But I was looking. I did not see us going cornerback at number 5. Like I was thinking about it, and I was thinking maybe they would, even with all the things that they were saying about Jalen. What's his name? It was to the Eagles. What's the guy that the Eagles picked up that you the defensive
oh,
tackle?
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, Jalen Carter. But even after he got drafted, they were saying that there was negative things that the coaches were saying about him. So picking up Devin Weatherspoon, I thought that was a pretty good pick, especially seeing his highlights and knowing that he is a hitter, I was like, well, we've been missing that hard hitting style within our defense ever since Cam had to retire. So that was good. That was a good pickup if you ask me. Even though he's more of a man guy, and for the longest time, Seattle has been a zone defense. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they incorporate more man coverages into their game plan. Uh, Adding a guy who is more known for his man coverage. But that number 20 pick, boy, that was a pick that I'm hype about because now you add a guy that you could just throw into the slot with Jackson Smith and Jigba, and it's going to make that offense a lot more dangerous. Adding on to already with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, the slew of tight ends we can pick from with Parkinson and Noah Fant and also Will Disley. So this offense is going to be very, very scary. On top of the fact that we already have K9, and then in the second round we picked up Zach Charbonnet from UCLA, which they're saying he's a bruiser, so it definitely helps to soften the defense, and then allowing K9 to basically do what he does, and that 1-2 punch is going to be very fun to watch. Defensively, also in the second round, we picked up a outside linebacker Derek Hall from Auburn. So we've really done a lot of good stuff with this all season. Picking up also a defensive tackle Cameron Young, an edge rusher Mike Morris from Michigan, and then in the fifth round also from Michigan going Oluwatimi. And we have two more picks left, the sixth round and the seventh round.
Yeah, we our picks. I'm pretty, like I said, I'm pretty solid with what we got. Like I said, there are people I wanted more, but you know, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we didn't draft. Honestly, my main thing is I'm just glad we didn't draft an offensive lineman, like we for some reason have a tendency to do.
Well, Dallas loves offensive linemen. Let's keep
I know, but like I know we've been trying to rebuild the Great Wall of Dallas. What we did had a pretty good wall a couple years ago.
2016, y'all
I
had
know
a
we do.
monster wall.
You said what?
I think it was like 2016. That line was.
Oh yeah, Dak's rookie year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Because I think
no
Zeke,
defense.
Zeke had what 1600.
I'm telling you,
it was like
it was
like 14 to 1600 his rookie year.
I swear,
and I was like, I thought he should have won rookie of the year.
Well, who won it that year?
Dak won it that year. It was either way. It was going to be between Dak and Zeke. But
Joey Bosa won it that year.
No, he won defensive.
Oh, that's defense rookie of the year. Never mind. I'm wrong. Dak Prescott won it.
Yeah, Dak won it, but I thought Zeke should have won it. Because I really thought that Zeke was the catalyst of that offense. If Zeke wasn't as great as he was that rookie year, I don't think Dak is nearly as great as he was that year.
Well, you know how the NFL loves this quarterback.
It's quarterback league. I understand that.
Also, like I struggle with imagining if we had the defense we needed in 2016, we probably would have made it to the Super Bowl. Like the offense we had,
that offense
was cooking all cylinders.
Because they were really trying to rebrand, like recreate that 90s triplets. Like you had Dak,
and we were
and Dez trying to basically say that was Troy, Emmett, and Michael.
And it was working up until, we had no secondary. We had no secondary and no pass rush to speak of.
And now you have both of those.
Now we have both.
Just no
Now
running
we have
game.
both. No, yeah, exactly. Just no running
Because
game
right now your starting
and
running back
you know
going into the opening week is going to be
Tony Pollard or
no
Ronald Jones. We don't even.
Ronald Jones right now because I don't think Tony Pollard is going to be ready by week 1.
Oh yeah, right. Torrey CL.
I don't expect him back until maybe at the earliest week 4.
This is why I hope the next pick we pick is a running back.
Hey, if it's not, you can always find a diamond in the rough after the draft. We've seen a lot of undrafted guys make noise early in their career. Philip Lindsay was one.
Boston Scott.
Boston Scott. Their running backs are. Wasn't Eckler also undrafted?
I think so.
So, running backs, you can find running backs anywhere at any time. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that, especially like I told you with the Cowboys. The Cowboys somehow, someone always find a running back. Tony Pollard came out of the blue. If you ask me, Zeke was still pretty explosive, and Tony Pollard just popped up. So anything can
Wait,
happen
the
in that
Cowboys just
situation.
moved up. Wait, is this the pick they just made?
Who did they pick?
That's what I'm trying to see because they said the Cowboys just made a trade. No, that was the trade. Never mind. The pick of Eric Scott Jr., the cornerback from Southern Miss, was the trade.
Okay. But right now the Broncos are up. And
He said he did. It says he's a big defensive back with long arms and big hands. How tall is he? He's 6'2", 202 pounds.
oh, that sounds like a Seahawk pick. Pete loves his big corners. But going back and looking at the first round here,
I hate the Eagles. That's the first round.
you hate the Eagles?
I hate the Eagles.
Who do you hate more, the Eagles or the Falcons?
I'm not mad at the Falcons, honestly, because the Falcons need all the help they can get.
I thought it was a weird. I thought it was just interesting to go for Bijan Robinson after the season that Tyler Algier had.
Yeah,
So
I'm not even
that was
mad.
weird to me. But the other pick that kind of made me scratch my head at the time was Detroit Lions at 12 going Jahmyr Gibbs.
Well, no, because you saw what they just did.
Yeah, but I'm saying at the time it was kind of a head scratcher. But then just today they traded DeAndre Swift to the Eagles, adding to their long list of
they missed
Bulldogs.
out on a two-headed monster. Think about it. You have DeAndre Swift plus Jahmyr Gibbs back there.
That would have been fun, but I don't know who else they have now because they just got rid of Swift. They let Williams go.
So what you're telling me is the Lions are back to doing lion things.
I wouldn't say that because I think
Okay,
they made a
jumping the
really
gun.
good pick later on in the first round with Jack Campbell.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
So I think
Yeah.
the Lions, and think about, look at their division right now. Who really, that division is up in the air. The Packers traded away Aaron Rodgers, so now Jordan Love's the starting quarterback. The Vikings basically lost half their team. There's the Lions who just barely missed the playoffs. And who else is in that division?
In which division? Oh, the Lions, the
Bears.
Packers, the Bears, and the Vikings.
And the Bears. So who, if you had to pick right now, who do you see winning that division right now? Because that division is a toss-up at this point. No longer are the Packers running like that division like crazy.
I couldn't tell you.
The Lions have a real good shot at winning that division. If we see what we saw out of Jared Goff, he plays like Jared Goff and not Jared Goof, they could very well take that division. They have they have Amon Ra, right?
Yes.
Amon Ra St. Brown. The dude that they drafted last year that played like 2 or 3 games because he had injury coming in. That defense, I think they addressed a lot of that defense because they brought in the dude from the Eagles that they got from the Saints, Chauncey Gardner Johnson. So they addressed some really good, real holes that they had in that team, and I think they're going to be really good. And again, running backs, they're not going to be in a. I don't think they're going to have a problem with the running backs. I think Jahmyr Gibbs might be a really good pickup for them.
Max Duggan hasn't been drafted yet.
I'm not surprised actually.
Yeah, I'm not either, but still.
I kind of feel for him, but maybe the Seahawks get him. The Texans made a huge jump in this one. They picked number 2, and then you had walked away while we were doing the live stream, and I turned around and they're back. They're back picking. I was like, what the heck? They just picked. So they go C.J. Stroud and turn right back around and trade with Arizona to get Will Anderson Jr., which was interesting because I was like, I really thought the Cardinals was going to get Will Anderson. So that made me feel great. I'm going to be very interested in seeing how well Anthony Richardson fits in with the Colts. That's going to be a scary backfield.
So which one?
The Colts. With Anthony Richardson, and then hopefully Jonathan Taylor comes back to the way he was a year prior.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for this to get started like tomorrow.
Dog. Devin Witherspoon was the top corner in the draft, according to the experts. Jalen Carter, we talked about him a little bit.
Were you surprised Will Levis fell as far as he did?
I think his toe kind of, yeah. No, actually, I'm not. I didn't think that Will Levis was that great. So I remember when the day Will Levis.
All right, so you think it was because he was overshadowed by other quarterbacks, or because he himself, or was it because talent wise? Because I think it was overshadowed. Like from what I saw at Kentucky,
so much.
From what I saw at Kentucky, he wasn't overly impressive, but he was like he had the potential was there.
So I remember when like the name Will Levis first hit my radar. It was I think they were like 3-0 or something like that. And they made this announcement that a bunch of scouts would be at his game, and that was the game that he laid an egg. And I was like, was the spotlight too big? Because it's one thing to be great when nobody's watching, and I'm not saying nobody was watching at that point, but when everybody is looking at you, that is your moment to really shine. And he kind of took a step back, and then the toe injury didn't help anything.
Bro, they already got schedules lined up for college football, bro.
Oh yeah, I think schedules came out about a month ago because Norfolk State schedule came out around that time. We got Virginia State and at Labor Day.
Oh, well, I mean, don't y'all have them every year at Labor Day?
No, we haven't had Virginia State Labor Day in a few years.
Where have I been? What?
Last Labor Day class that we had, I want to say, was 2018 against Virginia State, or it was either 18 or 19. Because the year prior, 2021 we had one, but that was against Elizabeth City. Because I remember that
Colorado's first game is against TCU.
Ooh, that's weird.
Old Dominion plays Virginia Tech and Blacksburg. What else we got here? Ohio State, Indiana, East Carolina, Michigan, West Virginia, Penn State. That seems like a could be a shootout.
Has Owen
Okay,
Popo
here's
gone
this.
yet?
Huh?
Has Owen Popo been drafted yet?
I'm not sure. LSU, Florida State, and then Clemson and Duke. That's on the first week, which nobody really cares about. Well, they care about it, but it's also like,
Okay. The Cardinals
And then
drafted Owen
Texas,
Popo in the 5th round.
week two, Texas is gonna play Alabama in Tuscaloosa.
Ooh. Do you
Yeah,
know who's starting quarterback now for Bama?
no idea. Oh no, I know it is. It's this kid. He likes to run a lot. He's a scrambler. He's a scrambler. That's what I know about him.
Hey, it worked for what's his face?
Texas A&M, Miami is also this year.
I got A&M winning
Wisconsin,
that.
Washington State,
Miami has not been the
Utah,
same for
Baylor.
years.
You said what?
Miami has been on a high expectation, low output drought for the
That's
last
how
few
it's
years.
always been with them.
But
Yeah,
no, I'm like
yeah.
ever since like the early 2000s, they really fell off.
Y'all got USC. Y'all got Stanford in week 2.
Hopefully, we address that defense. The offense is gonna be fine. Let's be honest here. We I think we know who the number one pick is next year.
Who?
Caleb
Who do you think?
Williams.
Yeah, yeah.
I think if he
I could see.
goes into the draft this year, Caleb Williams will be the number one pick in the draft.
Hey,
So we just need to
Iowa
address
State
the
that
defense,
early.
and we could possibly make it to these playoffs because I think did they expand the playoffs?
The
I think it's an eight. I think it's an 18 playoff now.
I think it's this year. Tennessee, Florida, week 3. LSU, Mississippi State. Bama still doesn't. Man, let's look at Bama. Who do these people not play?
They will always seems to get like this easy schedule, bro.
Look at this: Middle Tennessee State, then Texas, South Florida, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, A&M, Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, Kentucky, Chattanooga,
Chattanooga is
and
crazy.
then Auburn. Mind you, Chattanooga is right before their game, the Iron Bowl.
That's insane.
That's how it is every year. Every year they play some easy team right before they play Auburn. And
I
the
guess they
two
need a
games they
tune-up
lost
game.
last year, were Tennessee and LSU. And they
Yep,
lost both of those games on the road. And they played Tennessee and LSU back to back.
they'll beat
And
Tennessee this
Alabama
year.
this year.
They'll beat Tennessee this year.
Oh yeah, probably. Easily. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 home games this year. And 4 of their last 5 games are all at home. I'm gonna laugh if a team comes into Tuscaloosa and upsets them. Oh, where's this coming? Why do I hate Alabama so much?
It's a thing about winning when you win so much. Like they've been winning. It's the same thing with the Patriots, even without the cheating. So you take away all the scandals from the Patriots. Even then, I think
I
they would
think
have a sense of hatred toward that team because for as long as we can remember, I started watching football when Tom Brady won his first ring. They were in the Super Bowl for that one. 2 years later, they were in it again. The next year, they were in it again. A few years later, they're in it again. A few years later, they were in it again and again and again and again. It got to a point where it's like, I'm sick and tired of seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So I think it's just the factor of when you win so much, you kind of develop a disdain for a team.
I think all right. So here's where I think it is. I think the difference between the two is that with the Patriots, right? It was the cheating, right? But then it was also because I never saw Tom Brady as that good. like as a player. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's got the arm and the accuracy and all this other stuff, but I'm like, he was like wasn't impressive to me. You know,
Yeah.
it's not impressive. Like it's like I think it was like the way some people feel about technical wrestlers. Like it's not impressive to me. It's just basic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because he's
You
not
know, it's
a
like
he's
that.
not a flashy guy. He never was.
Right. I know, and I get that. But I don't want flash, but I just want maybe I want character.
Oh, he
You
doesn't have.
know?
He's
Like Zack Sabre
very
Jr.
vanilla.
Like take Zack Sabre Jr. for example. Zack Sabre Jr. is a technical wrestler. That's his style, right?
Yeah.
But he's also has like personality.
Does he?
Yeah.
He's like the modern day Lance Storm.
Or take who's another good one?
Bryan
Take
Danielson is a guy that is a technical wrestler that has
yeah, take
personality.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. He's what's his base style? His base style is that technical catch can style. Or Timothy Thatcher. That's a better example. Timothy Thatcher, right? His basic style, he has a technical style, but what is his character? His character is this like really rough, like crazy guy. You know what I mean?
He's like the typical not pretty wrestler, and I love it.
Exactly. Exactly. You know,
Ain't
but
nothing
there's
cute about
character.
it.
I'm saying their style is basic. Their style is technical, but they have character to it. Tom Brady, his style is basic, style is character, but there's no character. You know, there's nothing like. It's not like it's like watching blood. It's not like watching Bloodsport, where it's like, oh, they're wrestling technical styles and shoot styles, but and it's impressive. Whereas that, I was like, I'm not impressed by this. Not. And then that's how I feel about that. Then that's why I always thought Peyton was better. You know,
Yeah.
Plus
Peyton's better
Peyton
in the
didn't
regular
cheat.
season. I think Peyton Manning is the greatest regular season quarterback ever. When it comes
Yeah.
down to the
Plus he
playoffs,
doesn't cheat.
he's
Plus he
not too
doesn't cheat.
great.
So plus he doesn't cheat. So
Well, that too. As far as we know.
and then
But we're going to
yeah,
take a
and
second.
then
We're going to take a quick second here to kind of take a breather, and then we're going to get back into it with some wrestling. Pardon the interruption, but let's go ahead and talk. So I know there's a lot of people out there that deal with wanting to wear hats and things like that, but you don't want to mess up your hair. Well, I got the perfect thing for you. I'm a brand ambassador for King's Crowning. Yeah, that's right, King's Crowning. They have dad hats, fitted caps. As you see here, they have little halo turbans that I absolutely love. Look at me, man. Just look at this red turban that's sitting perfect in my head. Don't you just want one of these? Well, use my code Unbounded1. Get 10% off your next purchase. What y'all waiting on? Go get one. Trust me, you won't regret it.
I think I hate Alabama because of just the basic winning of winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
like they're easily better teams that have been better this year, but I can't get in the playoff every year.
So we're gonna continue with the
know?
whole draft thing today. So WWE had their draft started up yesterday on SmackDown. It's going to continue into Monday on Raw.
I don't like their draft. I don't like it.
I don't hate it. It does kind of remind me of how they did it the first time. Everybody is pretty much eligible. Basically, everybody's in this pool of you're nowhere right now, and we're going to pick you up when you go. The issue I'm having is the
Why are
brand.
champions getting drafted?
No, because if they didn't have the brand tag to them, you have a different story. So remember
Why?
back in the older days, you didn't have a SmackDown champion, you didn't have a Raw champion. Then you
I know.
kind of
I'm
make
not
it a little
talking
bit
about. I'm
easier.
talking about. You have. I'm mainly talking about the women here, because this. Or no, this is what, and it didn't happen with the women before. It also happened with the tag team champions. It was like the Street Profits were Raw tag champs, Street and the New Day were SmackDown tag champs, or whichever were, and they had a backstage segment where they just traded belts.
Yeah, that's the problem with the brand titles.
No, that Bob's saying that should that does like no. Why are they being drafted? If they are on that
If
brand,
you
they
have
have
it
those
like they
belts.
did in '07, you have the World Tag Team Champions and the WWE Tag Team Champions. You eradicate that entire issue. So then you can
Yes, no, that's
bring
yes, no. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
the issue is that you have
100%
SmackDown
agree.
Tag Champions and Raw Tag Champions, and then they get drafted over like well, you can't say that with the tag titles right now because the tag titles are combined. But eventually, I think they're going to do something kind of similar to what they did with the World Championship because they're not going to have. I don't see them having traveling champions, and they're probably going to do that with the women's
No,
tag
of
team
course not.
titles too. So what you do
No, because
is you go
then
back to
Triple H
what you
made it clear.
did.
Triple H did make it clear that the new belt the new World Championship he presented is going to be exclusive. Like it's
Right,
not going anywhere. Like and wherever Roman goes, that's where he's gonna stay
right. So Roman's on SmackDown. So
until they uproot the whole. And that's where he's gonna stay until they uproot the whole thing again in the years to come, and we're back with the same issue.
hopefully that doesn't change anything. But we'll address that when we get there. But for the time being, they need to go ahead and get back to taking away that brand titled championship and maybe have a unit. And I don't like this term, but if we're going to go with a universal tag title, since we're in this whole
Or
universe era,
or
for
you could.
so for one brand, so you have your tag
Do,
titles for one brand, they'd be named something that doesn't have to be named after SmackDown or Raw, which is why I hate
that's
even
literally what I
looking
was
at
getting at.
AEW. I hate the TNT and TBS titles because you have a TBS champion that is rarely on TBS and a TNT
Yeah.
title that gets defended
Uh,
on TBS every week.
yeah.
Like I hate
She
the
shouldn't have lost the tire.
brand name titles because when you don't use it for what it's named after, or in this case for WWE, you get drafted and you're splitting and you're moving people over, it kind of defeats the purpose. And then you have to go
So
with the title exchanges that are ridiculous. Even though I did not hate how it ended off with the one between Becky and Charlotte because it led to I thought was a fun match because two women that
the last man
legitimately
standing.
don't like each other.
You talking about the last man standing?
No, the I think it was the eliminate was it Survivor Series that they had their last match,
I think so.
and you could tell, and they built it around the fact that these two women like have fallen out of a long lasting friendship with each other. Now they just don't like each other, and it added a sense of realism to it that I enjoyed, and they did well, and they handled it professionally, and that's something that other companies, if you catch my drift, could learn from, especially when you have a big money match you could have in front of a crowd of almost 90,000 people. Which I won't.
I just don't think I don't think it makes sense to draft like the champion of a brand to the other brand. That doesn't make any sense. I
Well,
mean,
there's an easy fix to that.
but I think it also aesthetically looks dumb, like trading belts. But what do I know?
There's also a fix to that. Get rid of the color belts. Get rid of SmackDown Raw champions.
So
Rename the
new belt
belts.
designs. So basically, what you're saying, belt designs is what you're saying.
Yes. And then that your whole issue is basically null and void.
So
which
Okay,
makes
so
it
here's
even
a better
better
question.
because then
What are you
come
gonna
next
call?
year
What
we
are you
don't have to
gonna
worry about
call
that.
the women's world titles now? If they're not the SmackDown Women's Championship and they're not the Raw
You
Women's
can go
Championship,
with the
what are
World
they
and
gonna call them?
Universal.
For the women?
You could go
Same thing.
WWE World, WWE Universal.
Just put women. Okay, I see what you're saying.
That way you don't have to worry about that anymore. And so then you can have it where they go over there and then you are don't have to worry about a exchange or whatnot.
All right. So why did all the champions get called up from NXT? Not all of them, but like,
The women.
I, huh?
Just the women.
Yeah. So
And
like,
Indy
Indy
and
got called up.
Isla and
Indy and Alba.
yeah. I
Why
mean,
did they get called
it's
up?
not new.
It's not new, but I'm just saying like.
Because we how many
Okay,
times
I
have we
kind of
seen
get why
champions
Indy got called up.
get
I
the
kind of
call
get
up?
I kind of get why Indy got called up because Indy got called up because Dexter also got called up,
So the Indian Dexter thing makes sense. Honestly,
and then Candice also is Candice is on there, and then
Alba and Isla makes sense to me too. If they're going to really get to going with this tag team division on the women's side, I think you definitely bring in Alba and Isla.
But
Eventually,
I know
I
you need
do
more tag
see.
teams. I know you need more tag teams. I get you need more tag teams, but I'm like, what? At least put it this way. This is why I think if you're going to draft them, you need to have at least there needs to be put the belts on champions on the people you know aren't going to get drafted yet. You see what I'm saying? Like for example, in the case of the tag team championships, right? So how long have Alba and Isla had them? Did they
Isla
just
and
win
Alba
them?
just won them at Stand and Deliver.
Okay, so they just won them. How long ago was that?
That was May. That was Night One Mania.
That was
So April
earlier this
1st.
month, right? Okay, so there. So there's that. So then, have they defend? They have defended them since, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing with that: they can still do NXT stuff until they drop those belts.
But I'm saying maybe I'm asking for just consistency. I think that's what I'm asking.
You can still, yeah, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, you can still, because I don't expect Indy to just vacate the belt because we've seen where they've used the main roster talent to be on NXT.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think you should get drafted. I don't think you should get drafted if like if you've been in NXT long enough, right? Right. You've been in NXT long enough. And you know you're gonna get called up. Because I imagine some of them know they're gonna get called up, some of them don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think I heard that Stark got called up because of the injury to Soul.
Okay. So there. But you see what I'm saying? It's not like a mystery that some people are gonna get called up, you know? Like I said, I imagine the surprise is real, but like I don't think that these people getting drafted are like the people that get drafted are out of the loop of it.
Maybe it is though. I don't know. Maybe this is something that you come up with at the last minute. I don't know.
You know, it's not like the NFL draft where it's like these guys are just hoping and praying they get drafted. You know?
Yeah.
That's what the NFL draft is. Well, everybody in WWE, it's like I made it to WWE. I just need to get to Raw or SmackDown, and if not, I'm going to be in NXT, and that's not really a bad thing.
Well, they're going to their tag titles are being defended Tuesday.
Yes, and they're how much you want to bet they're going to lose them?
I don't know because we have to wait until Monday to see. Because I still think that Kaden and Katana are going to go get called up to Raw. Because I think it's about time that they go ahead and get their call too. And here's the thing with NXT, and this is why I'm not really concerned with the amount of women that they've called up, even though they have like 6 or 7 women that are on the sideline. Because let's see, so Ruka's on the sideline, Nikita Lyons is on the sideline, uh, Yulisa Leon is on the sideline, Ariana Grace is on the sideline. So and even with all those women injured, they still have so many women that are ready to make that jump. You still have who I've been waiting on, and I think her name to save my life now. And I talk about her all the time on Twitter and Instagram. But she's ready. She hangs out with Trick.
Who is ready?
I cannot think of her name right now. Jakara.
Okay.
And so NXT is not at a lack of women like they were in 2016. Back in 2016, the draft gutted NXT's women's division so much that they didn't have much but like Asuka to carry the division. They're not in that situation now. So bringing a lot of NXT talent up is going to allow for a lot of these people to make that jump. They just signed the twins that came from Miami.
Yeah. Wait, the Renegade Twins?
No. The basketball twins. There was a set of twins that played basketball for Miami, and they just announced that they signed with WWE. And even on the men's side, you have guys like Obafemi, who made his NXT debut last week. Look great. They have a lot of talent over there. And I've been able to watch a lot of them really develop through Level Up. So NXT will be fine.
Yeah. Candice and Dexter are going to be on there with Indy, so
Johnny will be there too.
Yeah. I don't think Johnny was going anywhere.
They don't do a lot of separating couples, especially when it's for travel purposes. So wherever Seth goes, Becky goes. Same thing for like Tez and Bianca. Looking at these Imperium's going to Raw. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. And Cody's staying on Raw.
Ooh, I want Gunther versus Cody. I need a full match between those.
We're gonna get Gunther versus Cody.
Shoot, might as well make that the title match. I don't care.
I would prefer Seth. I don't want. So does this mean Cody's not gonna beat Roman at SummerSlam?
I am not going to rule it out because there are ways to get around it. There is the Money in the Bank, which is probably the closest thing to being. It's probably the most immediate thing you could do. I know a lot of people want LA Knight to win, but that's probably the most imminent situation you could have Cody finishing the story. Or
somebody said Dominic should win. Somebody said Dominic should win Money in the Bank.
Dog, you want the biggest world champion heel since JBL? Do it. I went back and watched some JBL
you can't tell
stuff.
Me it wouldn't be good.
I went back and watched some old JBL heel stuff. I was like, dang, I really hated this guy.
Was he WWE champion when he did that border thing?
I think that was a title feud. Because I think that's right before he beat Eddie for the belt. Because remember, he beat Eddie for it.
Oh, that's right. That is right. Then
so I think that was his chase.
10 months. It's still so out of pocket.
No, 2004, you could get away with a lot more.
Oh my god.
But 2005, 2004, I don't know. That you could do that stuff back then. Like, you're not doing that now.
No, no, you're.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, back in the day, there was a title feud between Eddie Guerrero and JBL, where JBL is basically searching the border for illegal immigrants coming through the border. You're not doing that now. Absolutely
No.
not. Society is a lot more sensitive to things like that now.
I remember watching it live as it happened, and I was confused because I'm like, "What? Why is he this kid?" I thought he was out there hunting people. I was like, "Why is he out there? Why is JBL out here doing? What is going on?"
Well, he wasn't hunting people, unlike what one writer wanted Shane Thorne to do. Which makes it makes it even weirder that he had that crocodile hunter gimmick before he got released. I don't think you ever saw him like in his gear before his release after the whole Slapjack thing. But I saw a clip from him during a dark match, and I was like, "Hold on, that's Shane Thorne looking like Steve Irwin." And then this lawsuit comes out about them wanting him to be a hunting Reggie. I was like, yo.
Which is that in itself is problematic in so many other ways.
It's so many other ways. And then the Mansoor thing you asked, was that racism? I was like, yeah, but above all, that's just pure stupidity because Mansoor is our age.
It's both. Like it's literally both. It's racism and it's stupid.
Starter. But a 6-year-old, bruh.
Yeah, again, it's both. It is racism and it is stupid.
But racism also jumps back to what? Stupidity.
Yeah.
You gotta be pretty stupid to be racist.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that whole lawsuit was wild.
Very.
Bobby Lashley's on SmackDown, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
AJ and Roman are the same brand again, dog. I need that run back.
First of all, AJ is back.
I popped for that, dog. I was like, yes, AJ's finally back.
I was already kind of up, so I mean, I didn't really need to pop.
Maximum male models are staying on Raw. Mustafa Ali, Omos are all. I think Dolph Ziggler as well, all free agents. Viking Raiders, I believe, are going to Raw. Loomis is staying on Raw. Hit Row is going to SmackDown. I think the same thing.
The Miz is on Raw. Drew's going to Raw. Bobby's on SmackDown. The OC's on SmackDown.
Yep. Based on what you saw from wrestling, based on what you saw from that segment with OC, do you think they're going to let them run heel?
Well, the Viking Raiders weren't baby faces.
It was just the way they went about it. Just felt like they were going to let OC run roughshod.
Well, I mean,
and now that
the Bloodline is basically about to break up.
Let's be real.
Survivor Series is coming up, and on Raw, you know, the Judgment Day is going to be running roughshod over Raw. So I mean,
yeah, and then let's be real. I think Solo is going to do some damage to his brothers on Monday after they took that L.
Yeah. So here's probably how that's going to happen. Roman, they're all going to come out there, right? Roman is going to address the Usos to their faces. One of them's going to try to explain or whatever. One of them's going to stand up to Roman. Who do you think, Jimmy or Jay?
Jay.
Jay
has seemed to be the one that's kind of like, because Jay's been the one that's been talked to by Sammy about.
Sammy, yeah,
he's not for you.
Plus, he's going to do that. Roman's going to gaslight him, like he has been doing, and then Solo is gonna take him out.
So things gonna get really.
And then at the end, Roman is gonna say, "I love you." Suns and Nuggets, Western Conference semifinals.
Is that on now?
No, 8:30. That's 8:30. It's 8:30 tonight.
Well,
Who you got there? No.
you said the Nuggets and who?
Nuggets and Suns.
Nuggets and Suns. I got Suns.
Who do you think gets the title first? Jokic or Chris Paul?
Looking at the team that the Suns have now, I could see them winning it this year. If not the Nuggets, if it's not the Suns going to the finals, it's going to be between Lakers and Suns, if you ask me.
Because Devin Booker's still in the Suns, right?
Yeah, they got Devin Booker, CP3, KD, and DeAndre Ayton.
So, is there any reason why the Suns wouldn't make it?
The bench.
Okay. I say, because you know more about this than I do, because I don't watch a lot of basketball.
The Lakers are basically waiting to see who we play between the Kings and the Warriors. They play Game 7 tomorrow at 3:30.
Is there a chance that it could be Lakers Warriors in the semifinals?
Yeah. At the same time, it could be Lakers Kings, which would be the first time Lakers and Kings have been in the playoff series since. Whoo boy.
Which would you prefer?
I kind of want to see Lakers Kings. I ain't gonna hold you.
What do you think will have the better look better aesthetically?
Lakers Kings. In my opinion, Lakers Kings. But Lakers Warriors will probably be the bigger draw.
Okay, so like one of them is blatantly Sammy Callahan, and the other one is not. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
As they call him the draw.
The bigger ratings push, bigger ratings pull, I think would be the Warriors Lakers. I mean, I wouldn't mind either or. Both teams are really good. The Lakers are a lot better than I expected them to be at this point. LeBron is playing well. AD has been a beast in the paint on defense. Rui Hachimura is coming off the bench like crazy. D'Lo had a monster game last night. Defensively, we are scary. I think AD averaged 5 blocks a game the last series.
Is it fitting that the Lakers beat the Grizzlies by 40 to win the series?
Yes, it was perfect.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
All the trash talk, with all the things that have been said, you had Dylan Brooks calling LeBron, oh, you had Ja saying that he was comfortable running through the West. Dylan Brooks, I think, averaged like 12
Didn't he also say, and I quote, it's a parade inside my city?
Or he says it after all his wins. It's a parade inside my city, yeah. No, in the first half, I want to say that Dylan Brooks was like 3 for 6. Had 8 points.
So he's trash.
That man finished the game 4 for 11 with 10 points.
So he's trash, is what you're saying.
Yes.
So here's what I've been wondering, and is it weird that we do that?
What?
That we as sports fans, or we as people, put it that way. I mean, I'm going to continue to do it because, not because I want to continue to do it, but because it's just like, is it strange? Is it odd that we see somebody who's in this elite level of playing their sport, but calling them trash?
It is weird because even the worst of the worst in the NBA are better than us.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to try to ball up Dylan Brooks.
Of course not.
Even though we'll call him Dylan Bricks, but I'm not trying to ball him up.
Yeah, like that, or like Russell, when we do like what, Russell Westbrook, or...
No, he turned to Russell Westbrook over this during the playoffs, man. He was balling. I'm gonna give
he's on the Suns too, isn't he?
Huh?
He's on the Suns too, isn't he?
No, he was on the Clippers, even though they got beat. But a lot of that had to do with not having Kawhi or playoff P. That's
Paul
another
George.
one that we joked on too. Paul George calling that man Pandemic P.
Yeah, that's weird. What is your weirdest thing that you've discovered about sports? For me, it's like, and or for me, as far as insults go, people calling the Cowboys the Cowgirls is like, it's kind of like you have to get creative at this point.
I worked with a guy that called them the Cowboys. He was like, I'm not disrespecting women like that. I'm gonna just call y'all the Cowboys.
Hey, no, I'll take that over because think about it. That is the one consistent thing people have said. Oh, the cow, like you say, oh, you're a cow. Like, what's your team? Well, I'm a Cowboys. Oh, you like the Cowgirls? Like, come on, like, dude, I've been a fan of this team for like almost for like 15 years, or more than that actually. Like, you gotta get more. Give us more. Give me something else. What else you got?
I call y'all the Dallas Dusty Trophies.
You know, I mean, if anything, I'll call us. Some days I'll call us the pallbearers because we let ourselves down
Hey, yo, shut
every
up.
year. Every year it seems like at the same time we let ourselves down, just lower ourselves down into the grave
You
until
guys are the
next
New
season.
York Knicks of football.
It's embarrassing. They're out of it too, aren't they?
No, they're
Are
actually
they?
in the second round. They play. I don't know if they know who they play yet, but
I
they're in
think
the
it said
second
the
round.
Heat.
Huh?
I think it said the Heat. They
Yeah, I
play the
think they do
Heat.
play the
The
Heat.
Heat play the Knicks.
They
Huh.
play tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
So the XFL is almost over. Who you got? Who do you think's winning the whole thing?
I got DC winning it all.
Okay.
It'll be good for DC to actually win something for once
Right,
because they
right. Who
definitely
knows?
can't. They can't expect the.
Maybe they'll promote them to the NFL and the Commanders down in the XFL.
They can't expect the Commanders to win it all for them.
No, they can't. No, they can't. No, they cannot. How your Braves looking?
I haven't been paying attention.
Huh?
I haven't been paying attention. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, that's fair. Well, my Yankees aren't doing much better.
Last
Nope,
time I
we're
saw,
15 and
they
12.
were doing
They're
good.
15 and 12 in fourth place in the division. So
Let me pull this up real quick and see.
Yep.
Last time I saw, they looked like they were doing okay.
Y'all are 18 and 9.
I mean, that don't sound
Y'all are
bad.
3 games ahead in first place.
Oh, so we're in first place.
Yeah. Hey,
Then that
Dad, your
means we're
Cardinals
disappointed
are
in the
10 and
playoffs.
17. Your Cardinals are 10 and 17 in last place in your division.
That means we're just disappointed when we get to the playoffs. But you got any things you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's all I got. Man.
Backlash at your place though, right?
Backlash is Saturday. Yep, at my spot. So we'll be in there. We'll get back into our Lucha Underground stuff as well. So
Awesome.
if your friend wants to hop in, she can join us on the content with that. It'd be great to have another perspective on the next episode. We'll probably run 2 episodes just to catch up. It's been a while.
For Lucha Underground?
Yeah. It's been about 2 months.
Yeah. Been a while. We'll see it. We will see.
I'm about to pull up to this man's house. It don't take that long to go get no change. He was right around the corner.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get some food. I have not
Me
decided
too,
where I
whole
want
time.
to go. I have not decided where I want to go.
Oh, here you go.
Have an idea of what I'm hungry for.
Walked over here. So
I have an idea what I'm hungry for, but I'm not sure if I want to go. Not even if I want to go get it, but like, I do have an idea of what I'm hungry for.
With that being said, the man that rung my doorbell, so I'm gonna get up out of here. Peace, love, pop stars. Always remember to drink your water. I'm out.
They been on they drum on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on film. Facade get it plot, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. I got to show it, she